Hi, I'm Kirsten Brewster. I'm an agricultural advisor at Nature Scot, Scotland's nature agency. I'm here today to introduce Civtech Challenge 3, which is how can we assess the effectiveness of results-based payments for climate and biodiversity. Currently, we're facing twin challenges of climate change and biodiversity loss. We've seen the abundance of our wild species in Scotland decline by nearly a quarter since 1994. Farming intensification is a driver of these losses, as are climate change and urbanisation. Agricultural land use accounts for over 70% of land in Scotland. This sector has great potential to improve its own performance and absorb wider emissions through storing carbon in well-managed farmland habitats, ultimately supporting biodiversity, and that will go a great way to helping Scotland meet its target of net zero emissions by 2045. Rewarding farmers for nature-based solutions they deliver could reverse the trends in climate change and biodiversity loss and deliver food production underpinned by a healthy environment. We're working on piloting an outcomes-based approach in Scotland, developing ways of paying farmers and crofters based on the quality of the outcomes they deliver. The more species-rich and appropriately managed a habitat, for example, peatland or grassland is, the higher the payment that should be received. Because of changes to agricultural policy and no longer being in the EU Common Agricultural Policy, that's why we're piloting this new approach, and we're hoping that this could roll out post-2024. Technology can assist us in this process by facilitating the process of measuring quality. To date, we have been developing paper scorecards, but technology will allow NatureScot to target and incentivise nature-based solutions on farms, and crucially, to be able to assess the quality of features that we are paying for. Without further ado, I'll pass on to Tom and Jamie at Iceni Earth to talk more about what they've been developing.
Globally, we're in the sixth mass extinction of wildlife, with many of Scotland's most iconic species at risk. And it's a vicious cycle. The more biodiversity we lose, the less resilient we are to climate change, and the more difficult food production becomes. Now, there are more than 55,000 farmers, crofters and land managers across Scotland that directly impact our biodiversity. As environmental stewards, they ultimately decide how land is used. But do they receive enough support? And how do we support them to be part of the solution? The speed at which we need to achieve our goals requires nothing short of an agricultural revolution. And Iceni Earth aims to lead that revolution. Our mission? It's to empower farmers with digital technology to better manage natural environments, whilst ensuring we can produce food more sustainably. How do we do that? Well, we provide farmers with the right information and data to take action. We connect them to the emergent payment schemes and processes that they need to do to ensure they maintain their livelihood as they adapt. We put farmers, crofters, land managers, agri-people first as part of the solution.
We've been working closely with different types of agri-people to make sure that we build a product that they would use. But we've also been working closely with organisations like NatureScot to make sure that everything we do meets their needs as well. So let's take a deeper look at what we've been working on. We've translated habitat scorecards developed by NatureScot into a short survey that farmers can quickly and painlessly fill out. Its simple and compelling user experience enables a quick and easy field assessment. This means more time is available for advisors to provide guidance on best practice rather than form filling. Each scorecard is distilled into around 10 questions per field to ensure that you don't waste your valuable time. When you take photos while out in the field, every single photo is geotagged, so you can see how the environment has changed year on year. You'll also be able to see your current score and how it's related to the payment schemes. You'll also be able to choose actions and management items that you can do on your field to improve the quality of the biodiversity which is there. And you can save these to a bespoke jobs to be done function for the field. Then you'll get reminders on what you need to do and when you need to do it. Knowledge and guidance can also be shared for the specific landscapes and habitats that each farmer is in to further encourage behavioural change. The app works offline, so no signal is required to use it in the field. Everything will sync when you get back home. That includes your photos and your results. The other side of our solution is our data visualization platform. You can use the website platform to see the results of assessments conducted by farmers, filtered by specific criteria such as landscape or region, revealing high-level information related to the scores. You can visualize the data you need across a range of scales, from landscape to farm to field level, and across multiple years. Everything is easily detailed with a red, amber, green status for each field based on their score. No specialist or technical training will be needed to see this data. Our platform will enable quick and simple information transfer that connects farmers to organisations that have vested interest in sustainable land use, such as NatureScot. The end-to-end monitoring based on ground level data encourages more sustainable whole farm management, fulfilling both individual and system needs. Soon you will be able to download the data and build new scorecards to enable flexibility as farming adapts to the new normal. And this is just the start of what we have. There's much more to come.
We quickly need solutions for that new normal for farming, where farmers can access markets and services that encourage sustainable land use at a global scale. That means putting cutting-edge technology in the palm of the hand of every single farmer. Wouldn't it be great if even a small-scale farmer knew how to better manage critical habitats like hedgerows or peatlands that exist on their land? What about if a group of farmers can get together to collectively manage a pest outbreak? Or they can get advice from each other on how to improve soil quality. There are a few of the ideas that we've had for future tools. In the future, as farmers use our solution, they can provide data to verify sustainable production, to connect to carbon markets and offsets, and to de-risk investments. We want to revolutionise decision-making in our food system to be based on ground-level data. If we can do that, the food and land use sector will be more profitable, more resilient, and more sustainable. To do that, we're building a partner ecosystem. We want to connect with farmer organisations, with agribusiness, with traders, with retailers, the financial sector, anyone who's got an interest in making farming and the natural environment work together. So if you're a farmer or a member of an organisation of the list I've just mentioned, send us an email. Get in touch with us, hello@ICENI-Earth. The email's on your screen right now. We'd love to hear from you. Together, we can create a critical mass of climate action that empowers farmers across the world, starting in Scotland.